This is the most pitiful ghost in the world. After waiting in place for 100 years, he only wanted to know what was written on the note his girlfriend left him 100 years ago. This loving young couple was chatting on the sofa. Suddenly, there was a strange noise in the room. The two didn't pay attention to it. But that night, the sudden piano sound startled them. They quickly went to the living room to check, but found nothing unusual. However, the next day, a car accident took the boyfriend's life. She didn't wail at the top of her lungs, but her face was filled with despair and devastation. In the end, she couldn't bear to cover her boyfriend with the white cloth. After the woman left, the man suddenly sat up from the bed. He walked out of the morgue, wrapped in the white cloth, but the people around seemed to not see him at all. The man realized he had become a ghost. At the other end of the corridor was the portal for ghosts to reincarnate. The boy hesitated for a long time in front of it. Until the moment the portal closed, he ultimately didn't choose to walk in. Instead, he went to a green meadow, shrouded in a white bedsheet, accompanied by the desolate glow of the setting sun. At this moment, he only wanted to return to his girlfriend's side. After a long day and night, he finally returned home. Standing in the once warm and cozy room, looking at their sweet photos together, his heart was filled with happiness. At this time, his girlfriend pushed open the door heavily, walked straight to the fridge, took down a sticky note, and carefully wrote down a message. That was her last hope left for him. He wanted to say hello, but couldn't move at all. When his girlfriend came back again, she found the note and snacks on the table were still the same as before. Then she stared blankly out the window, repeatedly washing the cup she and her boyfriend used to drink coffee with in the morning. Looking at the food on the dining table, she ate expressionlessly. It turned out this was the breakfast her boyfriend made for her on the day of his accident. Then she collapsed on the ground and gobbled it up, even though she couldn't eat anymore. Even though thoughts of missing him kept welling up, she kept stuffing her mouth desperately until she could hardly swallow. Only then did she run to the toilet and throw up. Late at night, when all was quiet, thoughts of missing him haunted her again. This bed that used to be filled with their sweet warmth now lacked her boyfriend's broad, solid body. Half of it was destined to be left with only coldness and stillness. Unlike before, she would always sleep on the right side, but this time, she slept on the left side where her boyfriend used to sleep. She tried to find his scent again. When he reached out to try to touch his girlfriend, unexpectedly, his hands no longer had any warmth. They couldn't give his girlfriend any feeling. Although she couldn't sense his presence, he still quietly kept watch by her side all night long. As the long night passed, a light drizzle started outside. His girlfriend stood quietly by the window for a long time, lost in thought. Her longing was like the continuous light rain. She must be filled with endless yearning at this moment. The boyfriend could only feel heartache and helplessness. But as time went by, her heart gradually healed. She slowly walked out of the sorrow and looked to the future. She rolled up the bedsheet that still had his scent, trying to erase everything from the past. After all, she ultimately had to return to a normal life. One day, while the man was lost in thought by the window, he suddenly discovered that a ghost also lived across from him. The two greeted each other and started chatting through telepathy. It turned out the other ghost also had someone he couldn't let go of. Only he had already been waiting for a very, very long time. So long that he had even forgotten who he was waiting for.